This program was brought to you by Adidas.
This program proudly brought to you by Apple Computer.
It's a try! Tremendous piece of rugby league. Too big, too far. Look at him go! To Andrew Willis. Short ball finds Dooley. Dooley, great off play to McGuinness. They put the Prince through the gap. There he goes. Look at him go.
Top 8 aspirations undergo the acid test.
Little kick tried by McGuinness. He needs a bounce here. Ken McGuinness. Oh, what sort of solo try is this one? Ken McGuinness, great football. As it flies Renner. He's away again. Away from Edwards. Away from Beckett. Look at him go again. Renner putting his stamp on this game.
The Broncos ride into Campbelltown to knock the Magpies off their shaky perch.
Here's Kevin Walters through a big gap. Here comes Renoff. He's off for the corner. Now Hancock. Hancock. He scores.
Holding down 8th spot, West must hang tough to survive the horror stretch of the season.
Now through Grief onto Langback, and he holds it back for Leeds. Leeds goes into a gap, and he gives it over the top for Darren Willis.
The below-par Broncos have crept into the top 4, and now they're just about due to unleash their best.
12 plays 12 at the moment. Walters out for Renoff. Renoff. He just put Jamie Ainscow away as though he was swatting flies.
Will the Queenslanders run riot?
Sailor's away.
Sailor's more than away. He's gone 50 metres and now he's into space. Oh, they won't catch him. Sailor runs the length of the field.
Or can the Magpies hold the Broncos at bay? Western Suburbs playing Brisbane right here on Wide World of Sports.
It's interesting to note the Broncos haven't beaten West at Campbelltown since 1989, and both teams have plenty to play for. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the ARL Game of the Week, featuring one of the league's big improvers, Western Suburbs, coached by Tommy Radonicus, and one of the league's perennial powerhouses, Brisbane. The latter confirms the importance of the game, Brisbane lying 4th behind Manly, Canberra and Newcastle, and West clinging desperately to 8th position and fighting for that final spot. Their opposition is North's troubled St George, Sydney City and the Western Reds. Now, since we only have an hour for our program today, we're going to see the highlights of the first half in order to concentrate on the thrilling second half. So let's take a look at the most important plays and the 4 tries that were scored in the first 40 minutes.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Willie Kahn takes the kicks. He actually kicked off to start the game. Good ball.
Clean break for Lockyer. Lockyer's going for the corner. They won't get him. Lockyer goes in to score.
Great stuff by the Brisbane side. I think it was the Wendell Sailor offload. He burst through a couple of defenders. Already making a great fist as a second row. Wendell Sailor, look at the stepping of him. Through a couple, drew 3 or 4 in, and then Lockyer. Great 5/8 play and backing up the man with the football. Had too much speed for Andrew Leeds.
He looks better every week, this 5'8", Darren Lockyer. Alan Langer, of course, out. Kevin Walters has gone to halfback. And here's the ability of Sailor to attract 2 defenders. Nobody could wrap the ball up, and Lockyer, the little left foot swerve, taking him around Andrew Leeds. He is a find, this kid, and has got an enormous future.
Great ball skills. And there's the kick by Lockyer, hooked away. So no addition to the scoreline, 4 points to nothing, Brisbane after 6 minutes. And now from Lockyer, a beautifully delivered ball for Paul Hoff. He gets it off and Hancock puts it in the air. Quick thinking by Michael Hancock. And here's a chance. Oh, Peter Ryan! Peter Ryan scores a miracle try. Where was he in relation to the kicker? That's the question. The touch judges have not indicated to their man in the centre that he was in front of the kicker, and I'm not sure either. Let's have a look at the replay.
Well, that is the question as to where the chaser was. Play coming across the left-hand side. Very critical of Steve Georgalis when this kick goes up. That's Hoff getting the ball away to Michael Hancock. He puts the kick up. I think he's okay. Peter Ryan. I think he was just behind the kicker. We'll have a look at it again after this replay. What did you think, Paul?
I reckon he was just a touch offside myself. But the referee was on the spot. No West defenders back there. That's the thing they'd have to be worried about as Lockyer lines up his second attempt tonight.
Darren Lockyer converts the try scored by Peter Ryan. And there's the scoreline, 10-0 in favour of Brisbane after 17 minutes. And Mark Horrow is 15 out from the line, the fifth tackle indicated. Langmack gives it on, and here's Pearson giving it to Leeds, and Leeds is over. They were looking to be the next to score, and they are. The Magpies are on the board, thanks to Andrew Leeds.
And a good option running the ball on the last tackle. They ended up with numbers out there. Brisbane will be disappointed. Quick play the ball as we freeze play there. Look at the gap out here. That's the second defender in for Brisbane. That's the outside man. Plenty of players out here to run straight into that hole for Western Suburbs. They looked like they'd nearly overrun it, McGuinness. He was expecting the kick, but there was still an enormous hole there for Andrew Leeds to go through. Very ordinary marking up in defence for Brisbane.
Yeah, but Pete, the reason that hole was there was because you saw the 5'8" and then the winger. Darren Smith is 20 metres back down the field, still injured. He's down in back play. The trainer is talking to him now. He's limping around. He was the man who wasn't in his rightful spot through that injury, and West took full advantage of it, so they get back into the game.
Assisted from the field as Andrew Leeds. Talking of vital tries, we won't know until much later how vital that try was that Andrew Leeds just scored, but the other day in a match here at Campbelltown, he, I think, kicked 1 goal from 7 attempts, and it was left to him to score the try that saw them get home. So here is the former Union international with his kick that is just away to the right of the uprights. So the Magpies on the board. Steve Georgalis on 5, and Pearson it is that puts it very high. It's a towering midfield bomb. Paul Hoff has put it down. Darren Willis puts it on the boat. Did he get it down? It's gone all over the place, and I think, no, he's ruled knocked on in goal.
Exciting play there. Great kick by Pearson. Plenty of height, and Willis in the end, I think you'll find, is knocked on. The toe through there, he's only got to pick this ball up, but Hancock came. Now, who's knocked the ball on?
Yeah, good decision.
Yep.
20 metres out from the west line. To the right for Kevin Walters to put it in the hands of Lockyer. The kick is a beauty, and Willie Kahn has put it down. That is a try scored by Kahn. The combination, Kevin Walters, Darren Lockyer, a perfect kick, and then Willie Kahn scores.
Once again, a confident decision made by the referee. The big question mark is the early break made by Walters. This combination, Walters and Saylor, is proving disastrous for West. They cannot handle them, and the ensuing play will see a kick put up by Lockyer. Now, is Kahn onside? That is the question we've got to have a look at. There he is there, and I think he was onside on that occasion. So kicks are proving vital here tonight.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt Willie Kahn was onside, and Darren Lockyer, little stab kick in behind, beautifully placed. The speed of Willie Kahn did the rest, never took his eye off the ball. Darren Lockyer isn't moving this paper that's on the ground as he kicks.
Well, his kick is just offline. Probably if he had to move the paper, Peter, he might have kicked it out.
I think you're right, Ray.
Yeah, thank you. 14-4, 36 minutes gone.
So a 10-point lead for the Broncos thanks to that bizarre second try, and a welcome return to form by Willie Kahn. Although I can tell you that West coach Tommy Raudonikis was so incensed by the refereeing in this game, he launched a tirade that's likely to cost him a $10,000 fine. More on that when we return in a moment for the second half, which I promise you is an absolute thriller as West's fight for their finals lives. Don't go away.
You are about to witness a revolution in high-performance technology. Its handling will astound you. Its power will take your breath away. But what makes this technology so revolutionary is what it runs on. Your imagination. Introducing the next generation of Power Macintosh, the most powerful personal computer ever.
This beautiful new Matisse carpet, a miracle stain resistor. 1 room fully laid for just $299.
No worries at Carpet Call.
Or 3 rooms for $899. A miracle stain resistor.
No worries at Carpet Call.
Or a whole house for $1,980. A miracle stain resistor.
No worries at Carpet Call.
That's fantastic. Oh, whoops, sorry.
Hey, no worries at Carpet Call.
Carpet Call. It's a great way to save.
Call, Carpet Call.
The experts in the trade.
Doctor, give me the ooh, I got a huge case of love and cure. Just the right bite to it, and I like it on top. Nothing else can do it. A great taste of coon, it never stops.
The Chic FX has a unique flexible head. Its twin blades and special lubricating strip flex and curve to the exact contours of your face. Chic FX for a closer, more comfortable shave.
Chic, we're changing the face of shaving.
To give Australian families even greater protection, the Ford Falcon's roof crush strength is designed to exceed stringent US standards by 150%. And that's a fact.
Steve on the sidelines, half-time report.
Yeah, a little bit of complaint from Tommy Rudonikas saying that his players are trying to get up and play the ball quick, and the Broncos are holding him down on the ground. He said, you've got to get back and help Leeds as much as you can. You're leaving him posted a couple of times. He said, look, we've made 3 or 4 breaks out wide with McGuinness. Let's get the football out there for Brisbane. Wayne Bennett was a little bit worried about their enthusiasm. They've got to try and outfuse.
Here's a chance, Steve. Pearson. Oh, great tackle. Kerrod Walters pulls him down an inch from the line.
Hold the phone blocker. What about the hooker coming up with that try saver, Kerrod Walters? Paul Hoff gets himself in good position to take bombs, but he does drop a few. And Pearson sneaks down the blind side, uses Leeds as a shepherd. And Kerrod Walters, great work from the hooker to be there and to come up with the tackle.
Tackle of the night. Might be the tackle of the year for the Broncos.
Tell you what, there's nobody can bring on a try quicker than Blocker. The moment he starts talking, there's a try on. Now, had you finished or not, sir?
No. Wayne Bennett was a little bit worried about his side going to sleep after they lead by 10 points. If they're going to be any chance in this premiership, they can't afford to do that.
Okay, so Wendell Saylor now. The second play away from their own line. Magnificent tackle by Kerrod Walters. Kevin spins it out. Intercepted and a try. No problem. Tony Wall puts the try on. 14-8. And the black and white crowd, they love it.
And Tony Wall has come in a long way to take this intercept. Kevin Walters almost... He throws the pass there, and turning blind almost was Darren Lockyer, I think it is, number 6. Tried to catch him passing the one motion, but Tony Wall had got up very, very quickly. If Wall misses the intercept, it's probably a try at the other end.
Yeah, they had 3 men out there in fresh air. Tony Wall, look at him stretching out there over that try line.
Great stretch. It's his 3rd for the season, forced his way into the top side. He's done well, and he presents 2 points to his fullback, Andrew Leeds. Paul Langmack, who was down hurt not long ago, still talking. Surprise, surprise.
Well, now this crowd has really come alive. They came here with great expectation, knowing that they had to pull off a miracle either tonight or against Manly. We've got Norse and Illawarra along with the two that I just mentioned, so it's not easy for them. They're back in this match though. Leeds, he converts. So the scoreboard changes dramatically. Brisbane 14, Western Suburbs 10. Some of these players hitting this ground tonight, they'll know it for a week. It looks like granite out there. The last tackle, grown from the crowd, they thought they saw a knock on. Lockyer stabs it, and he's turned Darren Willis around. He got a favourable bounce, and Scott Blacker rounds him up. Back on the Magpies 20-metre line, Wall has come right across from the right to operate on the left. There's a blue one in the back play involving Willis and Khan, the two number 5s, I think it is.
Too much happening there. Again, tremendous work from Darren Lockyer to evade two chases on the last tackle and get a kick in, which put some pressure on Darren Willis. This is the tackle on Kerrod Walters, a real back slam by Glenn Grieve, who drove in, smashed him onto his back, and gets a fairly legitimate tackle.
He's looking around for something. Penalty, maybe. Now, Langmack's off to the blood bin. Here's the incident involving the two number 5s. I was wondering, I don't know who the penalty will go to here, but if it goes against West, it'll be a tragedy because they were in possession of the football.
So Langmack now in that blood bin. And Kelvin Jeffs works out what happened here, but I can assure you nobody got hurt.
Well, Brisbane get the penalty. That's a huge bonus for the Broncos. So Willis, an indiscretion, some indiscipline by him may well cost them.
Kevin Waller's laying the law down to his players in his role as captain out there. And again, it looks as though they're kicking for touch.
I'm just wondering, as they struggle to get away from this West side, how Terry Madison and Darren Smith are placed for the second half. We might get Lockie to check that one out for us.
So here's Brisbane thrusting themselves towards the line, and equally being thrust back was Peter Ryan with Saylor. Well, he threw that player away as though he didn't exist. Unbelievable strength from Saylor. He plays it, that's the line in front of him. Kerrod Walters comes out, but is tackled by Dooley as he loses his footing. And now another penalty to Brisbane and the sin bin.
That's not a sin binning offence. Justin Dooley there was trying to get out of the way. Kerrod Walters, who's about a quarter of his size, was down around his feet. It was not a professional foul. And for mine, that's a dud decision.
Brisbane have opted to take the kick at goal. Dooley sent to the sin bin for, according to the referee, deliberately delaying the play of the ball by Kerrod Walters.
Yeah, I think that's a very harsh decision.
I think he was just clumsy.
Sure, he was making an attempt to get away from the tackled player, though. That's the thing about it. Put him in the bin. That's a brave decision by Jeffs in front of this partisan crowd here.
Darren Lockyer will send the Broncos 6 points in front, and that he does. 16 to 10.
Tonight, a tragedy tainted with mystery.
The baby's mother was on the coach.
There's no luggage, no body.
Lives torn apart.
Needs a mother, Emily. Don't you understand?
I was put to the test, and I failed.
On Banjo Patterson's The Man from Snowy River.
I know a lot about formulas, but for indigestion and heartburn, there's only one I recommend, Mylanta, specially formulated for fast relief. I recommend the antacid that was recommended to me, Mylanta.
Mighty relief, mighty fast, Mylanta.
This is your chance to win with Kraft. The proud sponsor of Walt Disney's World on Ice presents Beauty and the Beast. There are thousands of fantastic prizes to be won. Just pick up these specially marked Kraft products and start collecting tokens today. Prizes include soft toys, Mickey Mouse watches, jigsaw puzzles, and a trip to Disneyland for the whole family. So join Kraft in the magic and fun of Walt Disney's World on Ice. There are over 21,000 great prizes to be won, so enter now.
Would you like a new car every 2 years? A car with a guaranteed buyback price? A car that's always under warranty? Well, you can have it with Red Carpet Options. Just ask Richard Seidman.
In my case, I took the 2-year 40,000 kilometre option. At the end of this 2-year period, I have 3 options. Either to purchase the vehicle outright, I could give the keys back and have nothing more to pay, or I could restart the Red Carpet plan again. There are only 2 conditions. One relates to mileage, which is easy to accommodate, and the other is to keep the car in good condition, both of which are very simple things to attain.
Call 008 035 666 or see your authorised Ford dealer for more information about Red Carpet Options. The best way to drive a new Ford.
Check it out at Chandler's for store-wide catalogue savings. New release 3-disc Kenwood Hi-Fi, $7.99. $51 off this Philips 48cm TV, now $5.48.
The best brands at the lowest price. Check it out at Chandler's.
There's only one thing as appealing as a packet of Trebor soft mints, and that's a packet of Trebor spearmint soft mints.
I make a lot of business recommendations, but for indigestion and heartburn, I only make one. Mylanta, specially formulated for fast relief. I recommend the antacid that was recommended to me. Mylanta.
Mighty relief, mighty fast. Mylanta.
Paul Langmack comes back out of the blood bin, and Billy Dunn is instructed to come back to the bench. Now, what's the story with Madison and Smith, Steve?
Well, Darren Smith has come back to the sideline, dressed, ready to play, and there's no sign of Terry Madison, so I don't think he'll be back.
Lazarus knocks on the kickoff.
He dropped a goal, but he didn't get a lot of help from Kevin Walters, I suppose, standing there motioning to catch the football, but he had time to see it. Big Lazo, and West have got the ball inside the opponent's 20.
Georgalis spearing it on for McGuinness. McGuinness standing in at 5/8 from the scrum. Pearson in the centres. And now it's Horrow straight up the centre. Only about 4 metres out from the line. Meshina. And the penalty. This might be another bin. It is. He's got Lazo.
Well, that's the best square up I've ever seen. He was always going to do it, wasn't he, I suppose? You just have to look at this replay to see if it's deserving of a sin bin. Now, Lazarus, he's there. He's released him.
This is the player on the ground on his back.
And he's trying to get out from the playable area. And I think that's, once again, that's a very, very poor decision by the referee.
Well, the only redeeming quality for these decisions has got to be that the referee is sick and tired of giving penalties for play-the-ball infringements. So basically it's been an accumulation of all the penalties he's given, and he's just had enough.
I don't think there's been that many for that particular...
Well, that's the only thing that I can see, because they aren't professional fouls. Like Lazarus is lying on his back there. He's rolled the bloke onto his back.
I'd like to know what offence he committed. No, seriously, what offence did Glenn Lazarus commit?
He held the player down too long for the referee's liking, but that was as far as it went.
But he was on his back with his hands off the player. There's the kick anyway. A further 2 points to the black and whites, and they're back within 4 points now. 12 metres on the Magpie side of halfway. As it goes over for the big Kiwi, Stewart. Both sides down to 12 men now. As Leeds is through! Here comes the centre bell! He's gone to the right! And it's Wall! He gets a pass in field, and it's a knock-on.
Well, Andrew Leeds made a great bust through some threadbare defence there by the Broncos. So another fine game. Nice ball by Langmack. Gets through the wretchless tackle. Evaded Renoff. I thought inside it was a try for sure, but he went to the outside to Wall.
It's a Broncos knock on, so it'll be a Magpies feed.
Wests with the ball, 12 metres out from the Broncos line. McGuinness pushes it out. Pearson tries to go through. Brisbane now under extreme pressure. They lead by 4. This is Mesha. On the right, Brisbane are calling for more troops. Stewart. Kerrod Walters under that tackle. Now Langmack, a decoy run, and then Grief, and then Langmack, and now the numbers are there. Mesha, he's tackled 2 metres away from the line. Kevin and Kerrod Walters on the 5th tackle. Georgialis, the angle. Pearson has pulled down a metre from the line. That's the turnover. The crowd went up and went down. Sailor looks to hurt them off his own line, out to the 20.
That's a great run. It's a great run. A winger playing second row, a normal second row wouldn't have been able to make that stepping run. Now a penalty goes against the Magpies.
I don't know what's going on. I think Wendell Sailor milks this penalty. Have a look. Okay, Horo's holding him down. Now, Horo's trying to get up. Sailor could have taken a step back. But okay, it's worked. You know, it's... You know, there's schmozzle at the moment, these tackles. Schmozzle.
I've got a funny feeling that the referee got a call from a touch judge there, because he definitely had his back on the incident. I was looking at him in particular as he got back onto the defence line. He had his back on the incident. He must have got a call from the touch judge. The touch judge was the one that got it wrong. This is Kevin Walters, 42 metres out. West's a bit skinny on the left of the ground. Brisbane work on the other side. And Lockyer, a one-hander for Walters to Walters. He's inside the 30, puts on a sprint. Kevin Walters is pulled down 12 metres out from the line. Kerrod calling on his brother for a quick play of the ball. They cut out Sailor. They go out the back for Lockyer. Big Paul Hoff chimes in the centre. 10 metres away. 16 to 12. And here's Renoff. He'll do it, will he? Renoff gets it over the line. He puts his stamp on the game. Many others have tried, but Renoff made it look so simple.
Oh, that is just incredible football from this man. He's had a pretty quiet game tonight. They've handled him well. West out wide. Good bust made by the Walters boys. They nearly put one on as Kevy strides to that line, gets caught 10 metres out. And then it's a 5th tackle. Now, normal players would have just sent it, well, let's put a kick up. But he does a feint, a half a bust, and he gets through. But the most important thing, make sure he gets the ball down over that line.
Yeah, it's great work. He's just too good here for Cherry Mesha one-on-one. Gets in between him and Pearson. And Wendell Sailor got his side a penalty at the other end, and good luck to him. It worked well, and the Broncos, as we pointed out at half-time, if any team in this competition can take advantage of situations, it's this great football team.
2 from 4 for Darren Lockyer becomes 3 from 5. And now the Broncos looking more comfortable, 22 to 12.
You are about to witness a revolution in high-performance technology. Its handling will astound you. Its power will take your breath away. But what makes this technology so revolutionary is what it runs on. Your imagination. Introducing the next generation of Power Macintosh, the most powerful personal computer ever.
This is your chance to win with Kraft. The proud sponsor of Walt Disney's World on Ice presents Beauty and the Beast. There are thousands of fantastic prizes to be won. Just pick up these specially marked Kraft products and start collecting tokens today. Prizes include soft toys, Mickey Mouse watches, jigsaw puzzles, and a trip to Disneyland for the whole family. So join Kraft in the magic and fun of Walt Disney's World on Ice. There are over 21,000 great prizes to be won, so enter now.
FX has a unique flexible head. Its twin blades and special lubricating strip flex and curve to the exact contours of your face. Chic FX for a closer, more comfortable shave.
Chic, we're changing the face of shaving.
Dusty is back. Celebrate the greatest pop sensation of our time in a brand new musical. I Only Want to Be With You, the Dusty Springfield story. Over 30 classic hits dynamically performed by Wendy Stapleton and full supporting cast.
Wendy's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Very good night out. Most fantastic show I've ever seen.
Bringing back all those old memories.
Now playing at the Comedy Club Cabaret, Lygon Street.
Falcon's 4-litre overhead cam computer torque control engine is still 5% more powerful than its nearest competitor.
And that's a fact.
To diet.
How many times have you tried to lose weight?
Or not to diet.
Chocolate. I'm a chocoholic.
At last, a premiere special that trims the fat.
Do you realise that there's room for another person in that?
The Diet Dilemma with Darren Hinch premieres 9 o'clock Tuesday on 9.
Here comes the big man, the #1 prop in the world. I think he confirmed that on the Kangaroo Tour. And from what I've seen over the last couple of weeks, he still holds that ranking as Langmack. Meters into Broncos territory as Georgialis puts it high. Everybody's onside because he leads the race. He comes down with the ball. It's 6 more tackles. McGuinness is tackled, 15 out from the line. Here's a good opportunity for the Gold Star Magpies. This is Dooley, and he's 7 metres out from the line. They want it on the right. Georgialis is the caller. He is with it, and then they try and put Tierney through. Tierney's a metre from the line. Now, Georgialis comes back. Misha from dummy half. Gets it down adjacent to the upright. They're back in it again, the Magpies.
You can't keep them down, can you? And in the end, a very soft try. The markers overreading it. They did well to come up with a try saver. Glenn Lazarus going, puts a foot out. The other marker had gone the other way, and Sydney heads opened up, and Cherry said thank you.
He's had a good game tonight as well, Cherry Messer, taking over from Jimmy Sidaris in that role. Sidaris has dropped him. I don't know if he's playing in the back row, but he's playing well in the hooking role. He's been involved heavily around the rucks. Defensively, he's been sound, and it's a great try to get the side within range of the Broncos again.
So right in front for Andrew Leach. This will bring it to 22-18. And we're back with 4 points the difference. The kick from Jumper Leach. Andrew, who, as I said, represented Australia at rugby union. He's had a fine game tonight. But I can't remember him ever having a bad one, to tell you the truth.
Well, it's one of the most consistent, if not the most consistent performer in the Winfield Cup. You get to see him play a bad game, and what a finish we've got coming up now. 13.5 minutes. Willie Kahn restarting his side in front by 4. One thing you like about the Magpies is when they get their tail up, they play an exciting brand. They'll throw the footy around.
I see some blood on the face of Leeds as he jogged back. He could be headed for the blood bin. 27 is Dooley, 30 metres out from his own line. Here's Tierney, who I thought had to score himself.
The other 27 for Brisbane is John Platt, who will be coming on for Paul Hoff as Langmack throws one out the back. Mesha does clean up. Reclaim possession, 42 out from their own line.
The Magpies using up 2 tackles, and they've really gone nowhere. Just lost it there for a moment as Georgialis rolls it down towards the line. Brisbane's Scott Blacker is tackled 5 metres out from his try line, and Paul Hoff puts his foot down and gets it outside the 20-metre line. It's a good run by Hoff. West guilty of not following the kick down the ground. They didn't have their line together. And Hancock has now improved the mark, 35 out.
Yeah, tremendous Michael Hancock at coming in and taking pressure off his forwards. He was needed there, and he's picked up 15 metres as that change is made. Plath on for Hoff.
Lazarus now barging his way over the halfway line. And now the last, and Lockyer comes in, shows to kick, and then holds it back, and that's a turnover. So the Magpies come up with the football 40 metres out from their own line. And Tony Wall, who's done some good things for them, he plays it on the halfway line.
With Platt going on, the versatility of Sailor comes through. He's gone back to the fullback role.
So now Tierney looks for the ball, but Mesher is pulled down by Kerrod Walters. As West go into their fourth tackle on this set. Just outside the 30-metre line.
Start looking for McGuinness.
Langmack around the back. He picks up Andrew Leeds, and Leeds takes the tackle of Khan. 5 tackles gone. McGuinness away from dummy half. He tried to put a kick through, and Blacker has come up with it for the Broncos. About 11 minutes of the match remaining, and 4 points the difference. 4 tries to 3 to the Broncos, 22-18. Sunday, we take you to the match down at Caltex, Cronulla and Illawarra. Sydney viewers, and I guess most of New South Wales, will see that match at 6:30. As Kevin Walters dummies his way through and takes it inside the 40-metre line. Nearly 70 minutes of the game gone as John Platt is rounded up by Mesher and McGuinness. The 5th tackle is with the Broncos now, and Lockyer with a very neat kicking game. It comes down for Leeds. Steve Renoff went racing through. Leeds plays it now, and coming away with it again is this winger, Tony Wall.
I've been a little bit fortunate there, Tony Wall. Oh no, he's okay. He wasn't looking at Renoff in coming through. Plenty of time for the Magpies now with Dooley and Tierney combining to get out of their danger area. He wants some support. Doesn't find it.
Stewart. An engaging run. Takes him 5 metres from the halfway. And Leeds kicks, and Sailor falls back, and Bell is coming down fast. Sailor watching it like an eagle hawk. Now the touch judge has indicated the ball went in touch in goal off Sailor. That's the way I've read it. Watch it. Does he put a foot on the line or something? Yes. There's the problem. Wendell Sailor carries the ball back for the line dropout to get us going again. "71 minutes gone. The Magpies down by 4. This is the chance they've been waiting for, and Dooley is put down. 28 out from the line. Mesher away for Georgialis. He tries to break them. Held and forced down by Lockyer and Walters. Mesher gives it, and it's out with Tierney. Kerrod Walters is there at the first instance. Lazarus comes in to assist, and now Stewart hammers it up inside the 10-metre line. They're 7 metres out, the Magpies.
They'll look for Langmack.
Across the ground for their captain, and then he gets the ball down on the bounce. It's taken by Dooley. 5 tackles gone. They come to the left for Langmack again. Inside ball. Leeds is tackled. Got it away. Mesher. Langmack. Flick past. Horrow. Now it's with Willis. Knocking across. Mesher. He can't get a kick in. And Peter Ryan is with it.
Great stuff by the Magpies. They're desperate. They need this win here at Campbelltown Stadium tonight. They're throwing everything at the Broncos side, but wonderful offence in the end by Brisbane. They just kept coming over in this corner.
Yeah, great stuff again by Brisbane there. Their scrambling has been tremendous tonight. Kerrod Walters on so many occasions come out with the key tackle. Here they go again. Hancock turning defence into attack. Almost makes it to the 50-metre mark.
So Kevin Walters giving it off for Gavin Allen, and Allen is tackled 10 metres into Magpie territory. 22 points to 18. One just starts to get the feeling that the Magpies have used all their ammunition. They could be very vulnerable right now because they've used plenty of petrol. Rolled over the sideline by Kevin Walters.
Yeah, that's a very strange tactic. You've still got 7 minutes on the clock. Just a little left footer over the sideline. It gives the feed to the Magpies. 28 out from their own line, which is pretty good field position. It could have been a lot worse for them.
Peter Ryan is trying to get into the scrum from way over left field. In fact, it's... Well, no, that's Paul Hoff. Here's Peter Ryan trying to get to the scrum. Of course, he can't stay out in the back line. He's got to get in the scrum. He's done that now, but he's basically a passenger. The Broncos are trying to get Hoff out there. And they've sent him off to the other side of the ground. Here come the Magpies. Was it knocked down by Paul Hoff? Yes, it was. 6 more tackles indicated by the referee. Georgialis is down injured as Brendan Pearson is tackled right on the halfway line. Played and served up for Tierney. Tierney pulled down 40 metres out from the Brisbane line. Mesha runs from dummy half, and then it's with Dooley, and the referee has ruled a knock on. It's Horro with the ball.
Crowd calling for a penalty for a high tackle. The referee ruled it round. The jumper there is pulling him down. The knock on by Horro looked pretty high. Big run by Justin Dooley there a minute ago. He's had a great game for West tonight.
We've seen him do that every week, haven't we? Great pace for a big man and hits the ball at top pace.
Sailor. Johnny Plath. 5 minutes exactly on the clock. 4 points in front, Brisbane. Gavin Allen.
Wendell Sailor's got a problem at fullback for the Broncos. It might be a hamstring or a groin as Glenn Lazarus takes the charge up. Gets inside the 30.
Now they come to the right. Paul Hoff is up to the 20-metre line. And this is their last tackle. On this set, Kevin Walters gets it across neatly, and Darren Willis takes it for the Magpies. So they get one of their last touches in the game. How many more sets can they fit in? Willis stepped out of the tackle of Gavin Allen.
The Sailor has sent Blacker back to fullback and come to the right-hand wing. Dooley again winding up. Strong tackle from Lazarus. If they've seen Sailor's injury, they should be working to the left, but they've gone right through Georgialis.
There's Langmack turning it into the middle. That is Pearson, I think.
I'm just wondering if Brisbane will run out of replacements. You're allowed 6 as they go wide through Georgialis. That pass looked forward, but they're still playing on.
With Willis, and Willis gets the kick in. It's not a good one. Langmack came down on Blacker. Blacker loses the ball. Langmack gets it back. They've got 6 more. Was Langmack offside? That's the question. As the black and whites take it to the 20-metre line and beyond. Stewart is tackled. There they are. 15 out from the post. They're trailing by 4. 3.5 minutes on the clock. Western Suburbs desperate to make the quarterfinals. Langmack floats it across. Leeds is with the ball. Plath is the tackler. Langmack again. Works it on the blind side. They roll it into the end goal. There's a stretched out hand. But it's gone over the dead ball line and a line dropout.
Brandon Pearson there put the little kick in, and just as he was about to touch down and dive on that football, along came the Broncos and kicked it out. Hancock again, was it?
Yeah, Nick Hancock was there to save the day once again. Nobody in any hurry to get the football back. I think Langmack was a mile offside from the Willis kick. And 2 minutes, 44 seconds left to go, so they've got a full set of 6 at them. Here's Dooley winding up.
Well, he's certainly been the ramrod in the latter part of the game and hitting it up with great speed. Now Stewart.
He's had a fine game tonight too, Brent Stewart, the Kiwi prop. He's been involved in everything.
Here's the Magpies on their third tackle, and George Arliss's head goes back, and the referee is going to call out one of the Broncos.
Time off hasn't been called yet, so the clock is ticking down. Langmack, he's not happy. He wants to get play on the way as quickly as possible, and that's the case. They've got to get a quick tap going here.
And he's calling on the coach judge to make a report. So there will be a report against Gavin Allen. Jed's not too happy about it.
20 seconds just went by the way.
Dooley, 10 metres out in front of the posts. Can they score? Can they force a point? McGuinness. Now from Georgialis for Stewart. The big Kiwi gets it away. Mesha works it back to the blind side. 1.5 minutes on the clock. McGuinness across for Tierney. Tierney holds it back. Tries to get a one-handed pass away. Langmack, he scoops it up. You can shut the gate. Renouf is off. Away goes Renouf. Looking for his second try and finding it at the other end of the park.
He's been quiet. We've said that tonight, Steve Renouf, but he still managed to score the 2 tries that have broken the spirit of Western Suburbs, and they've shown a lot of both tonight. Backbone, great team morale. Tierney throwing the pass. Langmack trying to keep it alive to McGuinness. And Steve Renouf, the champion players in this game, always seem to be in the right place at the right time.
The beautiful running style of Steve Renouf gets Brisbane home in this game. Wests have had a wonderful second half. They nearly deserved to win this game just on the way they played, the enthusiasm they showed in front of their home crowd. And once this man got the football, all those dreams have gone down the drain. And maybe their chances of making the top 8.
Good game, isn't it?
So Renouf scores 2 tries in the second half, as he did against Penrith last Sunday. 26 points to 18 as Darren Lockyer raises the flags and extends that winning margin to 28 points to 18. Brisbane over Western Suburbs, the face of Wayne Ellis. His clasped in his hand, the chief executive alongside Steve Noyce. They know that this, barring a miracle, is the end of their aspirations for this year, because the draw looks a horror stretch for them by comparison with those clubs aspiring to take that top 8 berth away from them. Referee Kelvin Jeffs would not win a popularity poll as he leaves the stadium. But Western Suburbs, valiant in defeat. The Broncos, 28 points to 18.
The ultimate nightmare.
Beyond cruel.
The granny next door.
She just wanted to keep making them sick. She wanted attention.
Was in fact a child killer.
I don't know why.
And Australia's bone-breaking heartthrob, Daryl Beattie.
Life's great.
Tonight on 60 Minutes.
For fast, effective relief of colds and flu, trust Orthoxicol, working without drowsiness.
When it's out of whack and out of warranty, what do you do? Now, there's an answer. Introducing the repair shop at Tandy Electronics. Just call us. We'll tell you whether you should bring it in, about how much it'll cost, and how soon you'll get it back. We repair most major brands, even the more stubborn ones. The repair shop at Tandy Electronics. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Doctor, give me the ooh, I got a huge case of love and cool. Just the right bite to it, I like it on top. Nothing else can do it. A great taste of coon, it never stops. Ooh,
has a unique flexible head. Its twin blades and special lubricating strip flex and curve to the exact contours of your face. Schick FX for a closer, more comfortable shave.
Schick, we're changing the face of shaving.
Beat the winter blues at the McEwen's 10-day winter sale. Brighten up winter with colourful polyanthers at just 2 for $3. Castrol 6-litre oil down to just $12.95. 30-piece screwdriver bit set just $6.95. That's right, $6.95. Dulux spray packs are always handy at 2 for $8. 2 for $8. And 3-metre click extension lead, out they go at $3.95. And that's just a few of the prices frozen at the McEwen's 10-day winter sale. Hurry! McEwen's!
For fast, effective relief of colds and flu, trust Orthoxicol, working without drowsiness.
So as I promised, a superb game. The Broncos lucky to save their skins. West bitterly disappointed at falling just short of what would have been a famous comeback victory. It's hard to pick a man of the match, so let's join Blocker Roach to see who is $1,000 richer.
The $1,000 from Ansett, man of the match, Wendell Saylor. Wendell, what a tremendous game of football. West never gave in.
West are very hard side. We knew they would be Block at home, and you know, they had everything to lose today because, you know, the top 8 position was up for grabs, and they've been playing well this season, and they tried to put us away, and I thought it was a good game between both sides.
Well, as you said, they put plenty of pressure on you, but the Broncos' defence, that's the sort of defence that you need going into semi-finals.
Yeah, we've missed that all season, I think, Block, and Wayne's harped on it, and we've been training really well, you know, in the last 2 weeks, knowing that the semi-finals are coming closer, and I think when the Broncos come to the semi-finals, you know, we really harden up, and I think that's what we're starting to do, so I'm glad it's now, and it's never too late, so.
And what about your stint in the second row? You enjoying that? I see you move around back to fullback. How versatile are you?
I don't know, it's just Benny, you know. He just puts me wherever I think I have to go, and so with a team like this, Block, I'm willing to go anywhere in the team.
I saw you hobbling the last 5 minutes. Everything all right?
It's just pull a bit of a hammy, bit of a twinge, and then we had no replacements, and then they said go to the fullback, and then I went to the wing, and then, you know, things went well, so thank God we got home, but it was a hard game.
Congratulations on a great effort.
Thanks to Ansett and Channel 9, Block.
Thanks, fellas. Now, also on Friday night, there was another crucial game between the Western Reds and Sydney City Roosters. The Reds were thumped 25 points to 6, meaning the Roosters are now equal on points with Wests with 10 wins apiece. While yesterday afternoon, North Sydney Bears made it a 3-way tie in 8th place by beating Penrith, also by 25 points to 6. Here are the highlights.
Fighting for a spot in the finals, Norths made the trek to Penrith, but were soon on the back foot when Alexander, Girdler and then Petherbridge raced away.
And improves the position cheekily.
Norths hit back when Billy couldn't do any more with this pass to Fairley.
Moore looks for support and gives it to Fairley.
The pain didn't stop there. Moore dislocated his finger, but Caruana had no handling problems as the Bears wound up for an important win.
Caruana sprinting for the line. Caruana's in.
In a tense second half, North secured 2 vital points when Cleary reached out.
Hard by Adamson.
And when Sears put Toole into the gap, the Panthers had been nailed. The final score, 25 to 6.
It's as simple as that.
And with 7 games being played this afternoon, who knows what the ladder will look like when the dust settles tonight. Cronulla are tackling Illawarra. If Auckland lose to St George, the Saints will make it a 4-way tie for 8th place. Gold Coast are hosting the Bulldogs. Souths are at home to Canberra. Sydney Tigers are entertaining top-of-the-table Manly. Newcastle are trying to get back on the winning list against Parramatta, while the Crushers are at home to the Cowboys. So a huge afternoon of football, and we'll have all those results in National 9 News tonight at 6 o'clock. And just before we go, though, an update on that St George merger, which has fallen through.
Pockets lined with cash, Lindner arrived in town with a hit list he wouldn't release, but St George players featured heavily. Talks of a merger with the Roosters plus Super League defections has left the Dragons vulnerable, and the Crushers are honing in.
We're looking at possibly adding a few strike players to our outfit, which I think is a fairly common opinion that we need.
With failed league convert Garrick Morgan now almost certain to return to rugby union, the Crushers will have even more money to spend. Morgan is a $1 million investment who showed little return.
I think it's going through his head that it's probably one of the better options for him.
In Canberra, independent MP Paul Ozzy Osborne has answered the SOS and will play for the Raiders this weekend. One of the heroes in the club's grand final win last year, Osborne retired for a life of politics, but injuries in the lower grades has left the Raiders short, and this vote winner couldn't wait to put his hand up.
My livelihood doesn't depend on how I go this weekend, so I mean that's another contributing factor, but
I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's good to be back. And
Such is Osborne's popularity in the national capital, just running onto the field will probably bring the house down.
So, a controversial week in rugby league. Now, do stay tuned as Ken Sutcliffe takes you through another excellent edition of Sports Sunday. But until I join you again next Sunday, hope you enjoyed the game and well done the Broncos.
This has been another presentation from Nine's Wide World of Sports.
This programme proudly brought to you by Apple Computer. Tonight, to commemorate 50 years since the war in the Pacific.
Action.
Channel 9 proudly presents The Last Bullet.
Come back to me.
An explosive story of deadly combat.
You reckon we're going to see any action? Probably not here.
And of extraordinary courage between two sworn enemies, left to fight it out. Jason Donovan, Robert Taylor, Daniel Rigney.
I'm going to kill you!
For the first time on television. The Last Bullet, tonight, 8:30 on 9.